All right. Time to get going.
Oh, Reen!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah, come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too, as are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along. And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once. Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick. A word of advice. You might be special, but doesn't change. Never at your place.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be bad. It's the infamous dormitory where Albie lives. It's supposed to be super inside and everything.
Oh, really? Guess that's up the pace.
Sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago. This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rhysei Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
Hey everyone, we're doing school right now, and welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we fought a gargoyle. This time we're starting off in the amazingly intense situation of being quizzed on something that we've naturally learned. Don't worry guys, because the answers. Islands, Erebonia. Very good, Miss Warzer. Dreikel's won to the land of he lived with them for some time. That he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yes, I got it right. No matter what you answer, you will get the bonus for it, because Elise is helping you cheat. Guess I didn't need my help at all. Yeah, we'll get into it later. Alright, mainly this is get at the after, and I'll give you some, at the end of each day is jam-packed, though, for each chapter. It's pretty important. My goal is to get to that A0. I don't recall if it's possible, it should be possible in a first playthrough. I don't know if 100% completion is possible in a single playthrough, but the AP, you'll get extra stuff for, no matter what, for doing quests, answering questions right, some side objectives. It's a lot of things that you can get AP for. They give you a lot of good rewards, so we'll be trying to get all the AP that we can. Again, the goal of this is a 100% playthrough. I don't know if it's possible in a first playthrough, but we'll see.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a part of Class 7's curriculum haven't met all yet.
Here.
So, you choose to do on your day. Make it count for... That's today's homework. Yes. The honors?
Yes, instructor. Guys, bow.
I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to the staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure you'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer, but I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you joined a club already. Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band, though I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. Trust me, as someone who really likes music, there's always a need for a violinist as long as you don't suck. I didn't know you played the violin. You just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school's clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. Love to see some of your work sometime. Oh good, you're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. By the way, I love Instructor Sarah. She's a great character. Something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up. What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is, something absolutely essential to your school life. And somebody needs to go get it, though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait. You sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? Still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind, thank you. Student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's not until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Again, Instructor Sarah's a great character. I fucking love it. I love Instructor Sarah. Yeah. Just, of course. Is there a reason you're still here, though? Don't tell anyone, but I actually left the student register here and forgot all about it. Good thing I remember though, otherwise I would have had to sit through another of the vice principal's lectures. Not exactly a conventional teacher, is she? So yeah, we can kind of wander around. Everything kind of works the same as before, except we do not have access to stabbing things because we are in a school. We can see, you know, there's more dots for more people around. You can rush around, roll around the speed of sound. Glue say I got a free day tomorrow. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna spend the whole day shopping. A little bit of retail therapy is just what the doctor ordered after all those soul-sucking classes. I'm ready to spend. So yeah, okay, not every character. A lot of characters here are named. And you can and again, I really like the world building around here because you can tell who is, I mean, again, it's very minor world building, but you know, you can tell that, for example, Bridget here is a noble because she's wearing the white uniform, while Hebel is, you know, he's a commoner because he's wearing the green. Pretty easy to tell who our guys are because we actually know what they look like. Nothing relaxing like having a file in my hands. This academy seems really well equipped. This place might not be so bad after all. In addition, if I can actually press things correctly, where is it exactly? It should be in Note, isn't it? No. Okay, we'll probably get access to it tomorrow. One of the biggest things, the most annoying things for 100% completion is the character notebook. You will get information about different characters as you progress through the game and talk to them at certain points in time, and that includes every single named character. So guys, creating art while I'm surrounded by it. Being able to paint in a place like this is an invaluable experience. Definitely not something I was able to enjoy back home. I mean, yeah, he is a foreigner. Now, here, Margarita. Oh my, what a delectable smell. It seems as though it's emanating from the cooking club. Perhaps I should follow my nose and grace them with my presence. Margarita is one of the most amusing minor characters. Instructor Mary, hello. I'm a Class 7 student, are you not? My name is Mary. I'm the cooking club's advisor. You're welcome to join. So just, you know, familiarizing. That's fine. I happen to be the advisor for the art club and the wind orchestra too. If you're interested in joining either of them, we'll be sure to welcome open arms. You know, we can talk around, you know, find different instructors. I'm not gonna really much episode. Just pretty nearly at the time limit I want to set for myself. Because it's 20 minutes of time. Hi, Fee. What are you doing up here, Fee? Being bored? It's not what I meant. Planning on joining in clubs? And too much work. I really enjoyed Fee. I enjoyed every character in this game. There is something about Fee that I will get into in the near future. Because it's one of the many talking points I have with this game, because this is a very weird game in some ways. I'll just say it right now, the way that I'm talking about is in the voice acting department. Again, I'll get into that in a few episodes' time. You there! You're a member of Class 7, are you not? Listen here! Contrary to the tinted image your instructor has provided you, this is a highly distinguished academy. You can see this exemplified by our upper-class students, whose noble behavior you would do well to learn by. Take heed of their every action and mannerism. Do you see them running in the corridors? No, you do not! Understood! Whew. I wanted to try to see all of the instructors. We won't really meet any of them, but, other than Sarah, but still just say, hello, who are you? I don't actually, gender guideline. Student, huh? Well, I'm the janitor, and here's my room. If you ever need advice, stop on by. I'll help you in any way I can. If you bust a window or three, you can let me know. I won't get after you too much. I've actually never known that. I've never known that guy was there. And so yeah, we can see, we can't actually see what rooms are what, but you know, above the door, we have the infirmary here, which includes Instructor Beatrix. Hello there, welcome to the infirmary. You seem healthier than our average visitor. Oh, well, class are over for the day, so feel free to relax here if you like. Beatrix is cool. And one of the very few unnamed characters. Again, you'll be surprised how many named characters there are. You're from class 7, right? Must be one of the weird classes stopping by the factory lounge is how you spend your free time. Anyways, just do me a favor and try not to fail all your tests. I don't really want to think of new stuff for retests, and if nobody fails, I don't have to. I like Makarov. Again, I like all these characters. If it isn't Reed and Schwarzer, what brings you here? Oh, don't tell me. You want to learn more about the War of the Lions? Well, that's just fine by me. Allow me to be your guide to the hectic history of the Middle Ages. As luck would have it, I just happen to have 5 or so hours to spare today. That should be enough for a cursory primer. I really like it. Again, I'll say this so much. I really like the characters in this game. Even the most minor ones, such as the random instructors, they're very fun. But I think that is a decent enough way to start off our proceeds for the day. And so, next time, we're actually going to leave the school building and start exploring around campus a little bit more. So, until then, see you guys later.